Center for Girls Education, CGE Zaria, marked the 2025 Children's Day on May 27th in a celebration that blended elegance, inspiration, and purpose. With the powerful theme, Stand Up, Speak Up, Building a Bullying-Free Generation, the occasion was commemorated in grand style at the prestigious NAERLS Auditorium, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. The event was a radiant showcase of CGE's mission, drawing together a vibrant assembly of stakeholders, educators, parents, and most importantly, the very girls whose future the center continues to shape tirelessly with hope and resilience. From the start to finish, the occasion was full of color, energy, and optimism. The atmosphere was charged with the spirit of unity and hope, a true reflection of CGE's unwavering commitment to empowering the girl child through education and advocacy. It was a day that beautifully mirrors CGE's enduring commitment to empowering the girl child through access to quality education, mentorship, and advocacy. Every performance, every speech, every face in the crowd, every chair reverberated with the center's transformative message that every girl deserves the freedom to dream, the tools to learn, and the courage to lead. The event seamlessly combined celebration with purpose. Dignitaries and partners reaffirmed their support, while the girls themselves dazzled with display of talent, confidence, and clarity of voice. The message was unmistakable. When girls are given the space to speak, they inspire movements, challenge systems, and reimagine futures. Following the celebration, a team of journalists from Noble News and other media outlets visited the CGE's office for an exclusive interview with the center's director, HAJIYA HABIBA MOHAMMED. In a moving and thoughtful reflection, HAJIYA HABIBA spoke about the significance of Children's Day and the CGE's mission to create a future where every girl can rise, lead, and thrive in safe and respectful environment.
Alhamdulillah, the 27th of May every year is Children's Day, and we celebrate children all over the world, and we try to bring our girls that we are supporting for them to see that we as a center are supporting them in celebrating the Children's Day. And we did this event in NAERLS with our girls. We invited their parents, community and religious leaders, and other people that were supporting the work that we do. Well, we are reaching so many people, so we cannot bring in everybody. So we did the little we can with the resources that we have. That is why it was limited. But we pray that next year or years to come, we'll be able to expand our reach, inshallah. We do that just to allow these children to showcase what they have been learning, how they have been enjoying what they have been doing, and how we have more hope and aspiration for these girls to be who they want to be in life. So we celebrate them, and we celebrate ourselves too, because we were once children like them. And we remember in those days when the celebration was there, we are ready to go for marching, we are ready to be part of activities like this. So bringing together an event to commemorate this day with children is very vital and important to the Center for Girls Education.
Another focus of the year's theme is improving the digital literacy of the children. How far is your center queuing into this?
In our Agile project, our girls are being taught digital literacy. And in all of our projects, we are working to see how we can bring in more technology so that it will be able to support the current trends in learning all over the world.
What way are you reaching out to children? In terms of improving access to quality education in the area?
We have different programs that we implement at the Center for Girls Education, supporting girls ranging from ages 4 to 24. And what we do basically is to ensure that every girl that comes through our center is empowered, is able to have a voice and have agency, that she can be able to support herself and transition from childhood to adulthood seamlessly without problem. So we implement projects like the preschool safe spaces for girls that might never have had the opportunity to go to a preschool. And we prepare them through Jolly Phonics Montessori methodology for them to be able to have a very good background and grounding for entry into primary schools. We have projects like the Adolescent Girls Initiative, which support girls' retention and completion of schooling. We try to work with girls that are in primary 5 and 6 to ensure that there is transition from primary to secondary school. And for those in JS3, we work with them to ensure that there is transition from JS3 to senior secondary school. We do all this through our safe space model. And we work with girls too that were married early and dropped out of school. We call the project the Married Adolescent Safe Spaces, where we work with community and religious leaders, husbands of these girls, for these girls to understand that marriage is not the end of their life. They can rewrite their stories. So what we do is to support them in safe space, help them to see how they can re-enroll back to school. For those that cannot re-enroll back to school, how can we support them to gain some vocational skills that will help them in their lives? We have other projects too that are supporting girls in secondary schools, like our Agile projects, our Cascading Mentors projects, and our Girls for Education and Health projects. These 3 projects are supporting girls that are in senior secondary schools, to support them to be able to have all the life skills needed, and for them to be able to work hard to be able to write their exams themselves and be able to make the requirements to tertiary institutions. So we're helping to support the transition from secondary to tertiary institutions in these projects. We have other projects that we implement that has to do with working on advocacy to support implementation of free and compulsory education, especially in Kaduna State. And we are trying as much as possible to work with the government of Kaduna State to see how we can bring in life skills into the school systems. That is working with the quality assurance in the Kaduna State to support in systems change. That is bringing in like life skills to be part of regular school activities. And we hope that our advocacies will help to eradicate hidden fees in schools and to be able to make school safe and conducive for girls that go to school. And we want quality. So we want to see how teachers will be trained and retrained so that they will be able to pass the knowledge that is expected to girls in schools.
Hajiya, working on children and girls, especially in the Kaduna State, what will be the picture of out of school children in the state, and what are you doing to address the challenge?
The Kaduna State government is trying about this issue of out of school, and our center too are supporting. Currently, we're working on a grant we call Pathways to Choice. We're going to work with 1,700 girls to see how we can provide them with safe spaces in their communities and then re-enroll them back to school. We work with government officials, we work with the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Human Services and Social Development, and we try as much as possible to ensure that every girl in Kaduna State is able to go back to school and then stay in school, not just going back to school, but staying in school and completing schooling.
Okay.
We will be taking a break in this exclusive interview with the Director, Center for Girls Education, HAJIYA HABIBA MOHAMMED, on this year, 2025 Children's Day, an event in honor of children all over the world. Welcome back. We are still with HAJIYA HABIBA MOHAMMED, the Director, Center for Girls Education. Before the break, a team of journalists are in her office in an exclusive interview as part of the 2025 Children's Day. HAJIYA, welcome back.
Thank you.
Hajia, taking you back to the issue of out-of-school children, the number keep increasing in Nigeria. Now, as a director of the center and an educationist, what better ways can you advise the government to change this narrative?
Well, when they say the numbers continue to increase, honestly, we have issues with data when it comes to issues of out-of-school girls. Sometimes the number that somebody will give will be different from the number. And when we go to the communities, it is very different. Now, like the project that we're currently implementing in, it is funded by Gates Foundation, Pathways to Choice, Learning to Scale. We have visited several communities that were looking for out-of-school girls, but they are not there. I hope you understand. Every girl, mostly, especially in Kaduna State, in communities that we have worked before or communities that are close to where we have worked before, their children are in school. So when you want to get out of school, you have to go further and further into communities that are hard to reach. But close communities that have schools close to them, honestly, the issue of out of school is no longer there. So what we need is a comprehensive data on enrollment rate, retention rate, how graduation rate of students. And when we are able to get the number of people in each community, that is what will inform this issue of whether there is out-of-school children or not. But for me, from my experience and the work that we do, I believe that the number of out-of-school children that they are talking about are being exaggerated, honestly.
Hajia, the issue of stand up and against bullying of children at the theme of this year's event contradicts with some of our norms and values. Some perceive it to be too Western. What is your reaction to that?
Well, when we talk about bullying, everybody doesn't like to be bullied. So when we talk about bullying, we try as much as possible to see how we can make people understand that bullying is not acceptable. We have started implementing a boys' safe spaces because our girls always say, Mama, after getting all the education, are we going back to marry the May Pascare in our community? So we want a situation where everybody, there is equity and gender sensitive, everything should be not equal, but there should be equity. Girls going to school, boys going to school, everybody gaining the knowledge. And that is when the society will be better for everybody.
So are you trying to incorporate boys into the center?
We have been working with boys, but now we're really looking into incorporating boys. Yeah. So the center later in life, not now, may have a change in what our focus area is. But we intend to ensure that nobody is left behind. Everybody knows that they are entitled to education and they are able to get free and quality education in a secured environment that will help the society at large.
Hajia, to ensure this all-encompassing arrangement or success to this, most of your projects, UNFPA in the past initiated husband schools to provide success on top of these programs. Are you part of that arrangement?
Yeah, we are implementing UNFPA activities in Kaduna and Gombe State. We worked with UNFPA in Sokoto and Bauchi State too. And what we do is we work with the community to get men in the community. Just as you said, husband schools, we don't say husband school, we call them community champions, to support our girls to go back to school. And if there are issues in the community, they are the ones that are our allies that support us to be able to ensure that every girl goes to school. We have two groups, not just the husband school, we have the role model mothers too. Because even if the husband or the father allows, sometimes we have issues with the mothers or the mother-in-laws. So we try to bring in everybody together. So the mothers are there. We call them role model mothers. We meet with them once every month, and we call the husband school community champions, where men, both husbands and fathers of the girls, are brought together, where we discuss issues that has to do with girls' education and how they can be able to support that process. And they have been doing well.
So on a final note, what is your hope and what do you want to see CGE becomes in the nearest future?
I will start with my hope for every girl, especially in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, in Kaduna State, is for me to walk through every community and see that every child of school age is in uniform, going to school and learning in school and having aspirations to want to be who she wants to be in life. And for our center, my hope for this center is that we will be an organization that will work in partnership with the states and federal government to ensure that we are able to support every girl to go to school and to ensure that every girl knows that education is a right and not a privilege.
How many states are you partnering with right now?
We are working in about 9 states at present here. Adamawa, Bauchi, Gombe, Kaduna, Katsina. We are partnering with Kano and Borno. We have worked in Kebbi, Sokoto.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, as the saying goes, you've heard it all, indeed, from the horse's mouth. This is the end of this exclusive interview. I wish to thank the interview anchors, Abubakar Saddiq Mohammed and Mustafa Adamu Yauri, the camera crew of Umar Suleiman and Habibu Usman. I also wish to extend my sincere appreciation to the center's communication team, and of course, the interviewee who took her precious time to explain issues in details to us, HAJIYA HABIBA MOHAMMED. And to you all, thank you and God bless. I am yours sincerely, U.S. Machika.